Hello, everyone. We are grateful to be here today, sitting beneath the shade of the strong OYF family tree, and honored to be budding a branch with our fellow nominees. If you ever find yourself traveling on Highway 12 in East Central Alberta, and you come to a sign that says Kiramir, 2 kilometers south, take that turn. You will find a very interesting, strong, successful, and beautiful community. You will also find us. Let me introduce ourselves. My name is Natasha, and my husband is Dallas. We live in the hamlet of Kiramir, and that 2-kilometer turn tells a big part of our story.
When you first begin to enter Kiramir, you see a fertilizer, chemical, seed retailer, Dryland Agro Services. We've been operating this business since 2011. Drive a few more blocks south, and you find a big red and white building, Kiramir's own general store, Kiramir Ag and Oil. This is the second business we started in 2009. Across the street from the store is our home, where you'll find our amazing children, Reese, age 7, Tegan, age 4, and baby Riker, April 3rd of this year. Another 2 miles south, you'll find home base for our grain farm, which we solely own and operate, Conquest Agro Services.
We have a lot of irons in the fire. One needs a little more background on us to understand how this all came to be. I think of our journey like a braid. There are 3 thick strands. The first strand represents Dallas and myself. The second strand depicts opportunity and hard work. The third strand makes up family and community. We have weaved these 3 elements together, felt the force of that support, weathered hard times, and celebrated success collectively, because we are all tightly woven together.
I was born and raised on my parents' farm, which they established in 1983. I had a passion for farming as a child and was dedicated to the farm. I went on to Olds College to obtain a diploma in agricultural business. I worked in the oil field for a short time, which reinforced my passion for farming. I returned to the farm after college, started custom spraying, swathing, and baling, and to help generate revenue of off-farm and facilitate purchasing land.
I came from Minnestickwin Lake, Saskatchewan. Growing up, I worked in the tourist business that was started in 1956, a business which is still operating today in my family. I went to Olds College and earned a diploma in land agent. I went to work as a land agent in Calgary, eventually transferred to Lloydminster, and that's when my life crossed into Kiramir. How did I come to marry a farmer and live in a hamlet with 8 houses? 1 pipeline is the answer. One November day, I was off to see a Mr. Steve Vert. Our meeting was interrupted by an upset young fellow named Dallas. The elevator had canceled his load of grain. He sat down at the table, disappointed, and his aversion to land agents was icing on his bad day. We began to discuss, one might say argue. 3 hours at that kitchen table flew by. I tossed my card on the table, and I was off. That young man called me before I made the 2-hour drive home.
After Natasha left the farm that day, I told my mom, that is the girl I'm going to marry. This story represents the strand in our braid, the first strand in our braid, how Natasha and I came together. We are both ambitious, hardworking people who never stop looking for an opportunity to challenge ourselves, even in the discovery of one another.
Shortly before we were married in 2009, we bought our first business together, the Kiramir store. The store was on life support, but the post office opportunity made it viable. With a great deal of work to repair the building and business, I kept at it. I was successful in obtaining a grant from the former Indian and Northern Affairs to assist with the business and build it to where it is today. In addition to Canada Post, I'm a dealer for Napa, Westward Parts, I'm a hail agent for Palliser Insurance, commissioner for Oath, and I've also stepped back into land work, consulting for farmers now. I remain passionate about the store and how it ties our community together.
The farm is an ever-evolving business, with many moving parts and roles to be filled. We are now strictly grain farming, including custom work and hay land. Previously, my parents had cattle. Total acres, including custom work, is 11,300, which includes 1,200 acres of hay and 800 acres of pasture. My mother continues to live on the farm and helps us where she can. My father unfortunately passed away in January 2017 after a 6-year battle with PSP, a debilitating neurological disease in the Parkinson's family. He is deeply missed, and his presence is always felt on the farm. Through a succession plan, we had purchased 22 quarters from my parents. This was completed January 2018. We have continued to purchase land and now own a total of 36 quarters. I've dedicated my life to the farm and the success of it. I thrive on the challenges of the ever-changing environment of farming. I always try to have a sharp pencil and numbers being my strong suit. Because we also own the fertilizer retail, I stay on top of what is happening with fertilizer prices, future grain markets, and political climates. We grow hard red spring wheat, canola, corn, and pulses. Crop rotation is key to the operation, decreasing disease and ensuring sustainability of the soil health. Soil sampling is crucial for precise fertilizer applications. We test subsoils and topsoils. Marketing and forward price contracting is something that we've benefited from. It helps cash flow management, storage risks, and reduce associated equipment costs. I have cultivated durable relationships with terminals, allowing us to sell 40% of the crop off the combine. Our bin space is limited to about 60% of our production. If needed, we will use grain bags for extra storage.
The kitchen is busy at seeding and harvest. I make every member of the crew a bagged lunch and deliver a hot supper to the field. This is an important time because we are often joined by our employees' family members, giving them a chance to see one another. The break also reduces fatigue, and we all look forward to the camaraderie and laughter of the day's events.
I'm anxiously waiting to wake up to that picture of Natasha wearing that same apron, but it hasn't happened.
Change that slide.
As technology advances, so has our equipment and farming practices. A helicopter is used in crop spraying to prevent soil compaction and yield loss. Our ground sprayer utilizes individual nozzle control, reducing overuse of chemicals. With the help of chemical handling system, safety is enhanced because the operator simply opens valves and reusable bulk chemical totes decrease waste. We adopted sectional control 7 years ago on our air drill, returning huge savings in overlap. 6 years ago, we switched to straight cut canola and sold to swathers, reducing the equipment capital costs. Automatic remote gate openers on our trailers is another time-saving technology that we enjoy. Implementing efficiency in our building with spray foam insulation in the shops, a new overhead door reducing heating costs, automatic motion sensor, LED lights, and windows for light. As a safety precaution, we utilize special hydraulic lift for changing tires with a skid steer attachment. A brush mulcher is used, keeping areas clean of dead trees to reduce fire hazards. Our customized fuel trailer has a bulk DEF handling system that is simple, effective, and environmentally conscious. When handling, all the straw is chopped and put back on the land to increase the moisture holding capacity and organic matter of the soil. Because of our conservative practices, we can participate in the carbon credits program and the environmental farm plan set forth by the government. In order to produce a successful crop in a dryland area, we must manage the land efficiently, limiting passes and applying the most balanced rates of fertilizer.
Environmentally, we have worked with Ducks Unlimited for migratory bird counts and used flax bales to assist the birds with their nesting grounds, strategically placed dugouts for water collection and preventing soil erosion. Many tree bluffs remain for deer, moose, and antelope habitat.
With precise crop planning, management, and winter maintenance, we can plant 144 acres per foot of drill, resulting in 10,500 acres seeded with one 76-foot drill in 22 days. Time is not wasted during seeding. For example, while filling the air drill, the tractor is refueled and minor maintenance is performed for productivity.
Efforts for time management are always key. Some fields are upwards of 20 miles from the home quarter. Because of that large geographical spread, we implemented Climate Field View, 5 real-time weather stations, and soil moisture probes for tracking water availability in the soil. These tools allow us to remotely track the weather and soil conditions at a glance. At harvest, when working on the furthest field, the grain cart must work tirelessly to keep the combines rolling and the trucks transporting grain. The grain cart not only acts as an increased efficiency machine, but as a 4th truck. If needed, we will take our grain tough and dry it.
In 2011, we purchased an independent retailer, Dryland Agro Services. Since our takeover, sales have doubled, servicing approximately 120,000 acres. I enjoy the challenges of the fertilizer retail, working with the industry representatives and our agronomists, striving for soil remediation and health. The retail business has created learning opportunities and networking we could not have found on the farm alone. Testing new technology and products available alongside our customers with products like micronutrients and natural plant protectors such as Defender, which has shown amazing results with our own crops, eliminating the use of a fungicide on our peas. The farm and fertilizer plant are complementary, allowing me to constantly reevaluate fixed costs and returns, resulting in larger gains to the farm's bottom line.
Dallas is an advisor for Global Ag Risk Solutions, offering farmers a gross margin insurance option. He has been successful in selling the insurance because of his healthy understanding of numbers and agriculture. He sees farming through the lens of a farmer, not a salesman. We have been blessed that the door of opportunity has opened many times for us, and we have been able to put our ambition to good use, completing the second strand in our braid. Dallas has deep roots in the community and giving back. He has been a dedicated member of the KAC Lions Club for 17 years, 8 of which he served as president. He is also a member of the KAC Ag Society. He was instrumental in planning and building a 100-foot truck scale in Kirriemuir with grants and donations. He's known to make a tasty pancake for the school kids' hot lunch program and winning the chili cook-off at the KAC Ag Society Fair twice. He's on the advisory panel for the Ontario School Agricultural Program, where he also donates fertilizer and soil sampling for the school garden. Over the years, we have both worked many casino fundraisers for all of our clubs.
Natasha manages our community hall. She is an executive on the private kindergarten school board and the parent council. As a proud Métis person, she enjoys sharing Aboriginal cultural awareness with the community. She organized a teepee raising in our yard and hosted the whole school for Aboriginal awareness, which included traditional stories, drumming, crafts, bannock, and a Cree elder educator. We are both dedicated to the community and the survival of rural life. Another important aspect to the businesses that we operate are the employment opportunity for others. Between the 3 businesses, we offer employment year-round to 5 people, and seasonally the number grows upwards of 9. These jobs are important to the success of people thriving in a community where the job market is limited. Family is a huge part of our success. We have supportive family members. The challenges of life are not limited to just business. When time gets hard, and they usually do, that's when you need this third strand to keep you going. As much as we may give to our community and family, they have given back just the same to us in our time of need.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, and our children are proof of that. We are trying to raise good children for the future and do so with the help of the community and our family. Teaching our children to think of others in the community, we often have extra food from a meal to the field, so the kids deliver it to the older bachelors. Our old neighbor cultivated such a strong bond with them that when we visit him at the lodge, many people think that they are his grandchildren. Demonstrating to the youngsters that everyone has value and caring for each other is why community is so important. Our children benefit from the exposure to our many work environments. They have been raised in the store, talking to customers or helping sort the mail, learning valuable people skills. They spend countless hours in the equipment and at the fertilizer retail, watching and learning in detail.
The intention of our third strand is for us to lead by example, teaching the children the importance of family, community, and the value of others, giving them strong foundation when our braid ends, hoping that this strong strand will carry them into the future as they weave their own braid.
Conquering our life's challenges fans the fire that keeps our many irons hot and our relationship strong, characterizing the first strand of Dallas and myself. We remain grateful for the business opportunities that have put our aspirations into action and the health to do so, celebrating the second strand of ambition and hard work. Finally, we are thankful for all the support and love that creates our third strand of family and community, honoring the unity of our braid. Thank you.
Bonjour.
Oh, we.
Ça fonctionne?
Is this working? Channel 1 for English. My name is Michelle Robert from Quebec. Is this working? Are you hearing? Yeah? Okay, great. Are you listening in French? Congratulations for your presentation. As a big business, my question is, on a daily basis, or maybe on a weekly basis, how does work happen on a daily basis? Do you have people responsible for specific tasks? How do you distribute tasks? How do you split up work? I imagine that you have to delegate work to people, but how do you do that on a daily basis or weekly?
So we have weekly meetings, Monday and Friday, which prepare us for the, so Monday's meeting was already discussed on the Friday, and conversation and community is key. So we delegate which jobs are done in those meetings, and then we go back on the Friday and revent back and talk about how those jobs were done, what happened, and how we can improve going forward. So yes, we have certain guys, managers. We have certain guys in certain areas. We have guys that really like to haul grain and truck, and so that's what they do. And we have other guys that rather work outside on the equipment. So we've aligned people to where we need to put them.
Carl Marquis from Quebec. I'd like to congratulate you as well. It's impressive. Don't worry, because I won't want you to talk about your dream of having Natasha make you breakfast, but anyway. Perhaps we digress. I don't know for translation if that was fine, but you did mention that you have a carbon credit. You benefit from carbon credits or something like that with the province of Alberta. How do you use that? And what is this credit, carbon credit?
So the carbon credit program works on minimum tillage, so that we have to prove that we're only limiting our passes throughout the year. So like if we cultivate or anything, those acres don't go into the carbon credit program. And then we get paid a per acre, per dollar, basically a bonus for reduction of passes, which reduces the environmental impact that we do. So we have to prove what we're doing on that land in order to qualify for those things. Yeah, everything changes. We have to take pictures of our air drill with spacings and follow the guidelines.
Je présume.
So I imagine that on a farm of your size, that's pretty substantial, right? You can't not have that program?
The program is pretty cool because we're doing that anyway. We're limiting passes to, ultimately to be healthy for the environment, but good for the land. And it's very easy to be part of the program. A lot of our stuff that we have on our computer for organizing with all of our land locations and everything is already organized. We just submit that, and we ultimately get paid for it. So it works out well on both sides. It's a win-win.
Bonjour.
Hello, Sylvain Gascon from Quebec. Congratulations. I'm impressed by the size of your business. My question's a simple one. You have a very entrepreneurial spirit. So I'd like to know how many employees you have in total, how much your entrepreneurship spills out to employees. How many employees do you have in all of your businesses?
So we have one main guy on the farm, Adam. We have one main manager at the fertilizer retail at Dryland, that is Jed. We have one bookkeeper for the fertilizer plant, that's Ellen, and I have one employee at the store, and that's Shelley. So we're operating with those 4 people year-round, and seasonally our numbers do go up when we're harvesting. We have quite a few repeat people that come back and give us a hand at harvest and the busier times. But those are that's our core group that we're operating with.
Just to add to that, when you say the entrepreneurial spirit, we have one guy that's been helping us for 8 to 10 years, Mitch. He works in the oil field about 5 hours away. He's calling me now to book off his time for harvest for next year. That's how in tune these guys are. They love what we're doing, and we have fun. We have the camaraderie between all of us, guys and gals together. We just have a lot of fun.
And to add to that, the same fellow Mitch. Sorry, I just want to one up you. In terms of the entrepreneurial spirit, he went out and got his helicopter license and was very driven to do that. And he's wanting to propel himself into agriculture with spraying with a helicopter because he's passionate about farming. But I think he also enjoys that and gets in with us like that. And we're very supportive of him with those endeavors as well.
Sorry, is there time for one more? That's a quick one, anyway.